Okay, so here we are on Thursday of week 4. So I went ahead and I wrote 1/6 in this format so it'd be easier to see. And remember, I convert a fraction into a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So the one's going to fall off and go into the house. Okay, so now I'm going to divide 6 into 1. Now, obviously 6 doesn't go into 1, so I'm going to create a number that it will go into by adding a decimal there. And if I add a decimal here, I need to add it right above. I'm going to go ahead and put the 0 here because I know 6 goes into 1 0 times. I'm going to add a 0 here. How many times can 6 go into 10? Well, that answer is 1. 1 times 6 is 6. I'm going to subtract out and I'll get a 4 here. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to add a 0. Drop that down because, again, I can add as many zeros to the right of the decimal as I would like. 6 goes into 40. 6 times 6 is 36. Drop down with a 4. Now what I can tell you is because I got another 4 here, I can keep going on, but this 6 is going to repeat on forever. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a little line like this, which means the 6 is repeating. Now I'm going to give a quick little reminder here. I have a lot of students that are confusing rational, irrational numbers. They're saying that this is irrational because it goes on forever. Remember, irrational is any number that goes on forever that doesn't repeat. This is actually a rational number because it can be written as a fraction. It is a non-terminating decimal, but it does have a 6 that repeats, so that makes it a rational number. Okay, so moving on to number 2. A carpenter cut a 6.5 foot board into 1 3 foot sections. What is the number of sections he cut and how much would be remaining? So let's go ahead and start here. 6.5 foot board. So here we're going to draw that out just because I like pictures. It helps me. Okay, I'm going to divide it into, or cut it into 1 1/3 sections. Now, when I think about that, what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm splitting it up. And anytime splitting something up, that's dividing. Okay, the format these are in right now are not very helpful. Can't do much with it. So I need to go ahead and move these into improper fractions. 6 times 2 plus 1 is 13 over 2. Divided by 1 times 3 is 3 plus 1 is 4 over 3. Now let's go ahead and anytime, again, we're dividing, keep, change, flip. I'm going to make this into a multiplication problem. Keep the first, change the sign, flip the second. Okay, I'm just going to check for the sake of making this a little bit easier. I'm going to look right here and see if I have cross buddies or cross cancellation. Can't cross cancel here, can't cross cancel here, so I'm just going to multiply straight across. 13 times 3 is going to be 39. Okay, and 2 times 4 is going to be 8. Now, that's not really very helpful because this is asking what is the number of sections he can cut. 39 eighths, excuse me, that's like not very helpful. So I need to go ahead and convert this back into a mixed number. Let's go ahead and divide 8 into 39, and that's going to give me my amount. Okay, 8 goes into 39 4 times. 4 times 8 is 32, which is going to leave a 7. Okay, 7 can't go into 8 cannot go into 7. So the answer is, what is the number of sections he can cut? He can cut 4 sections with a remaining of 7 over 8. Because again, in order to write that fraction, 4 7/8 remaining. Okay, very good. Moving on to this problem over here. Jasmine has $7.50 and borrowed $8.65 from her friend to buy a bag that costs $13.45 and a bracelet that costs $6.78. She finds that she does not have enough money to buy both. How much money does she need to buy both? Okay, so let's figure out how much money she's starting off, or how much money she has. She has $7.50. And then she gets $8.65 from her friend. So I need to find a total, so I need to add. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. Bring up my 1, which is going to be 1 plus 7 plus 8, which is going to be 16. So she has $16.15. So she's bought her bag that costs $13.45. So I'm going to take the $16.15 and subtract $13.45. 5 minus 5 is 0. I can't do anything with this 1. I need to borrow from this guy over here. So we're going to take that 6 into a 5 and give that 10 amount over here. So 11 minus 4 is 7. Drop down my decimal. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So she's got $2.70 left over. Now, she wants to still buy this bracelet. So she's got to figure out how much more money I guess she's going to have to borrow from another friend. But she's got $6.78 that she needs. She can take away the $2.70 that she has already because that she can apply towards the bracelet. 8 minus 0 is 8. 7 minus 7 is 0. And then 6 minus 2 is 4. So she is a negative $4.08 short. Or really, it answers how much money does she still need to buy both. You could still include that as $4.08 because that's how much money she needs. So you can do $4.08 or needs $4.08. Okay, the temperature at 6 p.m. was negative 8 degrees. It dropped another 7 degrees by 3 a.m. Write an expression that can be used to find the temperature at 3 a.m. So let's go ahead and look at that. So it is negative 8. It's going to drop by another 7 degrees. And that is going to equal the temperature. And that's as simple as it is. Now, if you're wondering what is the temperature going to be, this is a keep, change, change, keep, change the sign, this is going to be a negative 15 degrees. But really, this right here is the answer. This is not necessary. I won't take off if I don't see it. It's just taking an extra step just to get the answer.